So hi. Come here. Come here. Why are you like this? Start talking.
Skylar!
Start talking. I've
Hi.
already pushed the button.
So we are doing our 1-year recap of our 2021 trip to Ocean City. Sarah was collecting Skylar because she wants to be involved, even though she acts like she doesn't. So she's just gonna hang out right here.
So
Also,
yes.
Sarah keeps offending her when she stands up. Look at her cute face.
It is adorable.
So we are at my house today because there's technically nobody here.
Outside of Skylar.
Outside of Skylar and kind of my brother. I think he's going to church eventually.
I thought he was supposed to go to the Dollar Tree.
He is, but he's, I don't know, maybe he's not going to church tonight. I don't know. Anyway, I sent him on a mission. Anyway, so we're going to do some things a little bit differently this time because we did do a lot differently this past trip that we haven't done before. We've gone to a couple different places, gone to a couple different restaurants. We're going to give our thoughts and opinions on each one, if we'd go back, if we wouldn't. And then we're going to rant a little bit because we have things to say.
So, starting off, we did go back Monday through Friday. We always tend to do that. And we stayed at another Holiday Inn. But a different one from last year. Spoiler alert, this is technically still 2021 when we're filming it, but you'll be seeing it in 2022 on the actual anniversary, more or less.
Which is coming up quickly in April.
Yes. So, spoiler alert, behind the scenes, woo.
We always film way in advance, so it's nothing new.
Mostly because if we don't do it and we don't have the notes, we're probably going to forget something.
Although we don't have to worry about that because Sarah has notes for everything.
I do.
And that's not a shade because I need notes for everything or I forget.
I don't have notes for 2019's though.
Shocking.
It was on my other phone.
Anyway, lay down, Sky.
So we stayed at the Holiday Inn on the boardwalk instead of the one that was just regular beachfront. Oh.
Lay down.
Don't worry, she's not actually gonna bite. She's just very loud.
She's all bark, no bite.
So she's the one that actually found the hotel. She's the one that paid for the hotel.
So I went very back and forth on whether or not I wanted to stay at this hotel, and I asked Sarah's opinion. Sarah's kind of indifferent when it comes to that kind of thing. She's kind of just like, wherever we stay, as long as we got a bed, I'm good with that. I like to look at choices and kind of weigh the pros and cons. I don't know what she's doing.
I don't know either.
So I had originally booked our hotel that we stayed at in 2019.
2020.
2020.
2019 was the Best Western.
2020.
Yeah, 2020 was
because that was a good Holiday Inn, and if we ever go back, we're staying there again because it was the best. It was the Holiday Inn on the beach, so direct beachfront beach access. It was great. The only thing was that you had to drive to the boardwalk, which really wasn't an issue because going off season you don't have to pay, so that wasn't really a problem.
Plus you were kind of in the middle of everything.
True. It was a good location. But for some reason I kept calling it the Rooms and Suites Holiday Inn, and it wasn't. And apparently there's one actually called that, so I looked into that more, and it turned out that it was a... Sorry, I just hear her dying over here over Skylar being cute.
She's being adorable. I hope you can see her. I don't know if you can.
But
you went for the one on the boardwalk. You splurged a little bit. So.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Oh, so I looked into it. Turns out there was that one. It was on the boardwalk, right on the beach, pretty much, with the boardwalk. Super bougie, super fancy. And we had never stayed in a place like that, so you know, I'm like, I looked at the prices, and honestly, it was like $20 more to stay there for the same amount of time for the same amount of people. So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. I wish I hadn't. It wasn't a bad hotel. The staff was actually really nice, especially come the last day, which we'll get into, if I remember.
It's fine, I remember.
But there were just a couple things that kind of made it not worth it for me.
Like the pools.
Like the pools, the pool inside.
We did talk a little bit about it, if you actually watched the videos.
Yeah.
You ranted about that day
We
one.
didn't really use it to its full extent, boardwalk-wise. like I was saying, we had to do a double take because of stuff. And I had said in the first take that I feel like it'd be more expensive to stay there on season, but it would probably be more worth the money because you'd be on the boardwalk and you wouldn't have to pay for parking, which is always a plus. Because we know from past experience that it's hard to judge how much time you need on the beach or the boardwalk. So, you know, that would be a benefit, but off season...
Ooh, you bumped her. Now she's upset.
Off season, it really didn't matter.
So, day one...
What? Why are you so mad at me?
We checked in, but before that we actually went to the Delaware Mall.
Yes. So, we had...
we had
blah, 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 blah. Let me get where I want to go to start this section off.
Okay, sorry.
I'm sorry, I do a lot of the talking because I just ramble.
Yes.
So I should let Sarah talk, but I probably won't. Sarah's just my note keeper.
Pretty much.
But I think she's come to accept that.
We did go to IHOP, though.
True. Let's start there.
Because that happened first, technically, on our journey. That was our first, like, real stop outside.
So we went to IHOP for breakfast. It's kind of a must on a vacation because it's just easy.
We don't go to IHOP that often around here, which is hilarious because we do have an IHOP. There's nobody there.
You rubbed your foot against the island.
I'm sorry. I've upset the dog.
Come on, Sky. Get back. Go. Okay.
Okay, bye. So, we went to IHOP. The other person that we went with didn't go to IHOP. They went to Chick-fil-A. So that was fun. We were stranded without a vehicle. But, yeah, that happened a lot late on that trip. So after IHOP, we went to the Delaware Mall, which is the Christiana, I think. Is that the right one?
Mm-hmm. We went there because we've seen Megan go there. Meg's Makeup 8. She posts trip videos to Ocean City, which I like to watch a lot before we go. Sarah kind of tolerates it.
She needs to drink more water, in my personal opinion.
But I've always been interested to go, and I kind of brought Sarah, and I'm like, you look, there's a Build-A-Bear there. And Sarah's like, okay, we can go.
There was also a Lush, which we don't have, and a Disney store, which you didn't even go into.
No, because you went in there before without me.
I walked in, they didn't have what I wanted, and I left.
Yeah. So,
Lush didn't have hardly
like I've
anything.
said, we are a very small town, and our mall has nothing because it's closing everything down.
We lost our theater this year. So
we definitely took advantage of this mall. Actually, we killed about, what, 2 hours or so there?
Give or take, yeah. Because there was a lot to look at. That was the first place I ever saw Bubble Pop, too. Those Pop-It fidget toys. Mm-hmm. That was the first place I ever seen
Sarah's favorite thing about going there, though, what was your favorite discovery?
I like the Build-A-Bear, but I don't know.
The vending machine?
Oh, the one with the wig? Mm-hmm. They had a wig vending machine for some reason, and they were really expensive. Otherwise, I was tempted to get one.
Let me just a tiny bit. You're rubbing against me.
I was very tempted to buy one of those wigs, but like the cheapest one was $60. So I did not get a wig. I could have afforded one though, but no, I didn't get a wig.
Yeah, so after that, I think we basically just headed to the hotel. Mm-hmm. And I've already told you guys about the hotel. Mm-hmm. The room we stayed in was really, really nice. And I think it was the 14th floor?
I don't remember what floor it was.
I don't remember either.
I didn't think it was that bad, but it might have been. We were very close to the elevator though.
Yeah, we were like right, it was like the elevator and then diagonally was our door.
Which is great.
Especially when you're coming in and coming out on the first and last day.
Mm-hmm. The other hotel, we kind of had to do like a zigzag maze to get from our room to the elevators at the other Holiday Inn. I don't think the Best Western was that far from the elevator, but...
Hey, Skylar.
Skeeter!
Calm down.
Come on. No, I'm not putting you down, little one. Though I am going to have to turn this off and put the new battery in. So thanks to Skylar, I noticed that my battery was dying, and Tiffany now has a cute pupper once more.
Yeah, give it 2 seconds before she runs away.
So we've talked about day one. For the most part, it was fine. We didn't go down to the beach that day, though the other person did. I think she almost fell, to be fair. I think we ate in the room that day, leftovers from the mall. Because I don't have any notes about going to a special restaurant or not.
Yeah, it was leftovers.
So that brings us on to day two, which was your day. Technically, it was supposed to be her day anyway.
Didn't do anything.
Oh, we did go to Ripley's. There was some vehicle troubles.
I'm leaning on my chair.
Vehicle troubles followed us throughout the whole trip,
Yeah, because we had to have a rental.
ranging from needing an oil change to like an automatic stop and airbags not wanting to work. So day two rolls around, which was meant to be her day, and we have to switch the vehicle. Cuts out any time that we would have had for mini golf, because you wanted to go to a different one this time. That didn't end up happening because for some reason you had to go with her to get the new vehicle. Why did you go with her?
You went with us too.
You guys were you went to one place before that. Also, you think you went to breakfast that day without me. Talk about your breakfast experience.
It was fine.
It was
Nothing special.
very pink.
Yeah, we went to this crepe place. Crepes are nasty, but the omelet was good. Ma'am, I'm getting rid of those. They don't want your butt juice on them.
Come here, baby. Come. Okay, so you went to a breakfast place. That's not in my notes because I didn't go. So, outside of Very Pink, would you go again?
Probably not.
Was it reasonably priced? Was it expensive? It was expensive.
Bold of her to assume that I remember.
Okay. Okay. So, after breakfast, after the vehicle, the other person went off on their own adventure. And so Tiffany and I walked from our hotel all the way down to Ripley's in the arcade. Oh, I bumped you, I'm sorry. Ripley's is something that Tiffany loves to do. I like it too. There was a few different things there, I'd say. She's stressed playing with her hair now. That is one tell. She likes to play with her hair when she's stressed. So, you good? Are you sure? You're still twirling your hair.
I know.
Do you want the notes so you can talk more
Nope.
too? Okay, so we ended up going to the arcade as well, which technically was meant to be my day, but since things weren't going quite like we had hoped, Tiffany didn't get her lemonade. Did you get your fries?
Nope.
They didn't have her fries either. There was one Love's lemonade stand that was open, but we were like, okay, well, if that one's open, the other
Sarah
one will be
was.
open. I still bought you a lemonade, technically. It wasn't the right one, but we wanted to make enough time to get to Ripley's before they closed. We stopped at the Kite Loft as well, which is something that we had never done. And outside of that, that was pretty much it. Day two, we were supposed to have Bowl on the Beach, but they were closed. We went in April. I don't recommend it. So I ended up just picking food up from a stall that was open. I don't know its name. I got myself some chicken tendies. Skylar, don't try to eat that. What's in the container?
I don't know.
Because she is staring me down. Oh. And I got Tiffany a corn dog.
I don't like corn dogs.
I knew that in the back of my head, but she was so upset. I just thought, grab food. Give her food. She will be happy. Though you did make bird friends with it.
I attempted to eat it, and then I gave it to the seagulls.
You have so many bird friends because of that. I have an action shot where it's a bird flying over your head and it just barely is above you. I thought that turned out pretty good. So that was pretty much day 2. Day 3 was the other person, the other lady's day.
Janessa.
Yeah.
We're gonna call her Janessa because that's her name.
I don't... You can call her that.
No, you're gonna call her Janessa because I'm so sick and tired of hearing the other lady. She's not a lady.
She's a woman.
Ha! Debatable.
So that was her day. We went to a breakfast cafe. I think it was called The Breakfast Cafe, which is another thing that we hadn't done before. Are you sure you don't want to talk? I feel like I'm doing all the talking.
No, because I ramble and you want to hurry through it.
We're fine. I changed the battery.
No, it's fine.
Tiffany.
It's fine.
Skylar doesn't believe you.
I don't care. Skylar's a dog. Yeah, I said it. What are you gonna do about it?
Let's talk.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
We went to the beach. Technically, I think we went to the beach day 2 as well, but I don't remember much about that. We went to 2 beaches, technically, because we went to the Wild Horse Island, which is something we also hadn't done before.
I don't recommend going to the beach there.
Tell them
No, I don't want to.
you don't want to talk about... You don't want to talk at all?
Want some gum?
Sure.
Not the whole thing. Come here, what's wrong, honey? What are you guys doing?
We're filming. So now, not only are you in there, but so is Skylar wanting
Want some
candy. Skylar, you can't have candy.
Sure she can.
Skylar.
It's my brother.
He's returned.
Could you throw me a pen?
I'm gonna turn this off.
Sarah, you want some?
I'm
No,
okay.
leave it. I don't want to be on there.
Okay, so talking through the Horse Island.
What?
Talking through the Horse Island.
It was nice. I don't recommend going to the beach part. Especially if you're wearing tennis shoes. If you're going on the trails, you should wear tennis shoes.
It also rained that day.
Also, don't go in April because they close their toilets.
Who closes their bathrooms?
I don't know, but they did.
Like, I understand closing the gift shop part if you don't think there's gonna be a ton of people. But why would you close the bathrooms? So, how long do you think we were actually there for?
I don't know.
We stayed a decent amount of time. We did a couple of the trails, more or less. We saw a couple horses. We ended up going to Bull on the Beach. But there was supposed to be a different restaurant for that day. Do you remember?
Cheesecake Factory.
Was it the Cheesecake Factory?
What?
What?
Not Cheesecake Factory. The original Crab Cake
There
Factory.
you go. I was gonna say, I don't remember cheesecake.
Do you remember this gum being this weird tasting?
No. So, that place when we got there, it was closed. Big surprise. But I think they're closed for good, to be fair. So they went out of business, to the best of my knowledge. And we ended up going to Bull on the Beach, which was where we were supposed to go the day before. But the boardwalk version was closed. What were your thoughts on Bull on the Beach?
It was good.
Would you go again?
They gave good portions for the price, which is the same with Touch of Italy. But yeah, I'd go again. I like the nachos. I just know not to get jalapenos.
We got loaded fries, which if I had the budget for it, I'd probably get again, but depending on what the budget is. We ended up having to take home part of the loaded fries.
And nachos.
Yeah. So that was part of our like breakfast the next day, I think. Is the candy not good either?
It's sour.
What did you do? Get sour candy?
Sour Smarties.
Why? So that was pretty much day 3. We did spend a good amount of time on the beach though, and we did swim a little bit. We went before the people could come down and get drunk.
You skipped out talking about the beach or the pool on the first day.
Well, this is why you need to talk too, because you remember things.
I was going to, and then you skipped over it.
I'm sorry, we'll talk about it. We're on the pool section.
It's too late.
We went too late in the day. There were people already drinking. And the only thing separating the pool from the like lounge area is a piece of glass. So, bit uncomfortable. Would you like to move on to day 4? Is there anything left to day 3?
I don't know.
Day 4 was supposed to be another boardwalk day. And to be fair, I think we did do a little bit. Because we tried to find out if those stores beneath the hotel were open. Which they were. Didn't get anything though. So like, itty bitty baby part of a boardwalk. But we did spend more time on the beach. Which was fun. Do you want to tell them about the shell incident?
What have you two assumed that I remember?
The giant shell.
Oh, I got eaten by a wave.
We fought the ocean and lost. It didn't turn out quite as I would hope catching it on camera, but emotions were high. I decided I'm gonna go put my feet in the water, maybe look for a couple shells.
This is sad.
So I went in, I started looking, I had the camera, I ended up throwing the GoPro, which is the camera I'm talking about, onto the sand. Tiffany, can you come help me? Tiffany, I found a shell. It's the size of my hand, which is huge. Can you come help me?
I'm a good friend, so I did.
I was wearing a very long dress, so I didn't really
I was not.
No.
Did not help.
Well, you're also short.
The waves, they kept coming and they kept getting higher and they splashed my butt.
At least she had an outfit change. She had something she could change into. I did not. So we fought the ocean and lost. That shell went back out to the ocean. Some spoiled rotten child probably got it. And I'm sad. But after,
And I laughed.
yeah, that was the first real time she had laughed that whole entire trip.
That says anything.
So, turns out all that I needed to do to make her happy was lose a fight to the ocean. Which, thinking about it now, is still hilarious that we tried our hardest to get a shell without trying. We didn't want to get our clothes wet. Didn't work. Still got them wet. And you know the people around us were thinking we were crazy. But the saddest part is, the water was so nice. I wish we would have known that, because I would have put my swimsuit on and gone in the ocean, wouldn't you? But no, we thought it was still going to be cold. It was extremely cold the first day, apparently. I don't know. I didn't go out when we arrived, but I would imagine it was cold. So, moral of the story. Don't care if your clothes get wet. Go after that stupid shell. And call for backup. Because for some reason she agreed to go with me.
That could have got your back. Your friends.
You lost your ballads at least twice. Old Pro Golf. This was our first actual golf thing of the whole entire trip. How many did we go to?
No idea.
3. We went to 3 technically. They only had 2 locations open. They were both of the ones that had indoor and outdoor, though the pirate course was closed. We did... I don't remember which one's which. The dinosaur and... Is it dinosaurs and under the water?
I don't think it really matters.
But we did those 2 first. She's the queen of mini golf.
I'm good at it. Sometimes. But I can tend to get like 2, 3, sometimes hole-in-ones.
Mm-hmm.
And Janessa did not like that. Sarah and I are the kind of people... Sorry, I'm going to go into a rant now.
No, that's fine.
Sarah and I are the kind of person that just drop our golf ball and just go from wherever it lands. Janessa's the kind of person where you have to put it on the rubber mat. That might be the rule. We don't care. It's like, as long as you're not halfway down the course, who cares? So, Janessa got mad at me about it and put my golf ball down for me on the spot. And I still proceeded to get a hole-in-one. So take that, Janessa.
At one point, tensions were so high, I did an all or nothing, which she still lost. Which was kind of funny.
Karma's a witch.
I was trying to play both sides. I don't like taking sides. I am very indecisive. I don't know. I like trying to keep the peace. So that kind of put me at a slightly awkward situation most of that trip. It's fine though. So we did 2 rounds of golf. Then we went to dinner. She didn't go with us. She went to some Chinese place. But we went to our traditional place, which is...
Dumpsters.
I can never say that word right, which is why I have her.
Dumpsters is good. We love it.
We've gone every time.
Mm-hmm.
You got soda, but I don't think it's the one that you normally get.
I think I got...
I don't remember which one you got, but
I think I got Cherry Coke.
they tend to make their own soda.
They do make their own soda, which is why they don't care to give you refills. And if you ask for one to go, they will just give it to you. They don't care.
We got dessert there, which is something that we normally get their ice cream on the boardwalk.
Normally. We did it for the first time this year. Or last year.
Last year. I was going to do it again this year, but they were closed. Go figure. So we both got our desserts there. I don't think either of us finished it. I should have went with a smoothie or something. Milkshake. Milkshake, at least I could have taken.
I was going to say, there ain't no way you're drinking a smoothie.
You know what I meant. I should have went with a milkshake. That at least could have been taken with me. Can't really box up a sundae. Then we went back to mini golf. It was just us this time because that's when the second vehicle started to mess up. And she spent the whole time on the phone talking to her dad while we played mini golf. We actually were tempted to go through it a second time. Didn't do it though because my legs were cramping so bad. You can't really tell in the video because I try not to have that side shown. But my body hated me. Your body hated you. But what else is new? So that pretty much brings us to day 5. Take it away.
Okay, so day 5. That's our checkout day.
I'm gonna go.
Well, actually, I'm gonna backtrack once to the day before. What did you say you're gonna do?
Smoke them out.
Oh. After we finished mini golf, we came back to the
Also gonna flick that so it doesn't go off.
Jeep that we were in. I need to clarify something. Ness is the one that wanted the rental vehicle from the beginning. So she got a red van.
Yes.
We had to trade that in day 2 and get a black Jeep. Then day 4 is whenever that started messing up. So day 4, like Sarah said, she was on the phone with her dad the whole night. Or the whole time we were in doing the last round of mini golf. So we finished that, came out, and we got in the van, or the Jeep. She was still talking on the phone for like 15 minutes afterwards, 20 minutes afterwards. And then, on our way back, keep in mind, something we didn't mention is that the day we got back, Sarah and I had a revival to go to at church, which started at 8. And normally, we get home around like 6:30 or so, which was great. Time to take a shower, maybe take a nap. We're good. And we had told Janessa that beforehand. So, she's on the phone with her dad, she comes back, we leave the parking lot, and she's filling us in on everything. And how her dad told her that it wasn't safe to drive the Jeep, that she needed to call the Enterprise place and have them come and pick up the vehicle and leave the new vehicle, which they wouldn't have been able to do until 11 o'clock or so, or noon, or after that.
That's assuming they even had a vehicle that fit the needs that we had.
So we're talking on the way there, and I'm telling her, I'm like, it doesn't matter. We can't. Because the thing is that not only do we have a time constraint, but when you stay at a hotel, you have to be out by a certain time so that they can come in and clean the rooms and everything. Especially with the COVID stuff, they have to like disinfect everything and make sure everything's germ-free and nice. So they have to even put more time into that. We had to be out of there by 11 o'clock in the morning. Janessa didn't get that. So come the next morning, like at 10:30, she decides to go off on her own to Enterprise and get a new vehicle. Which means that Sarah and I did not have a vehicle, even though we had a couple of things to do that day before we left. And we also were probably not going to make our checkout time, which is fun because, as you know, they will penalize you. They'll give you a penalty fee if you're not out of there on time because you're taking longer in the room, which I didn't have because Janessa made us pay for gas. We've reached the rant portion, which I will gladly talk about. So,
You have to talk about our one tradition that she made us.
I know, I'm getting there. So, Sarah and I have like 3 things that we do every single time that we go to Ocean City. We go to Dumpsters, we buy a golf ball at Embers, and I forget what the third thing was going to say.
Try to do mini Golfapalooza.
Yeah. And like we buy like postcards or magnets or whatever. But this year was different because there were 2 people in our church, George and Mary. Hi, shout out to you. You're awesome.
If you ever see this, hello.
We love you.
Sorry.
And before we had left for a trip, they were very, 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 very generous and blessed us ridiculously with some extra spending money, which, to be completely honest with you, saved everything, at least for me, because of all the things that I had to end up paying for because Janessa refused to. Not going to disclose how much because that's just not right, but it was a good bit. And it definitely shocked Sarah and I to the point where we went into the fellowship hall and cried for a minute.
Yeah, that was fun.
Fun fact, I told Mom about that the other day, and for some reason she was shocked, even though I distinctly remember telling her earlier.
Well, she might have forgotten.
So, yeah. But we wanted to make sure that we picked them up something special. So we wanted to get them like a postcard, shell, taffy, candy, whatever, some jewelry.
I got a candle from Bath & Body Works.
I got Mary a bracelet, and then we wanted to get them each a golf ball because that's something that's special to us.
We only got one. We only got him one.
Yeah, we only got him one.
It's fine. I don't think she
Oh, I
noticed.
think it's because I gave Mary a postcard and a
did.
bracelet.
It's fine. I don't think she cared.
But we wanted to get George at least a baseball, not a baseball, golf ball. Because it's something that's special to us. It's something that we really love to get, and we thought he would really appreciate it. So that meant a trip to Embers. Now, we didn't actually golf at Embers this time around because we didn't have time to, because
We had to walk.
we had to walk. So if anybody knows, if you've been to Ocean City, where our hotel is, the Holiday Inn Rooms and Suites, it's a good couple of miles away
I'm gonna go throw this away while you rant.
from Embers. And it was after Janessa had left. Fun fact, she called and thought that we stole her credit card.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, remember she called you and asked if where it was, if we took it, and then she had to backtrack and get it?
Yeah.
Which we did not, by the way. It was in her pocket. So we had to walk to Embers to get this golf ball, which was a trek. Especially for us, because if you haven't noticed, we're not in the best of shape. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't the worst walk of my life. I definitely.
It's gonna turn off. Give me 1 second. I don't know why. It's in rant. Okay, and rant. You're on a time crunch this time. We had to walk.
So we walked to Embers, we got the golf ball, and while we were walking back, I called the hotel because at this point, it was like 11:30 or so.
We also had breakfast.
Well,
But-
I called them before we went to
Yeah.
breakfast. So give me a minute to get there.
Sorry.
So I called the hotel because there was no way we were making it out of that hotel by 11 because it was already late. It was not 11:30
It
when I
was
called.
10.
It was 10:30 when I called.
Yeah.
So I called them. I talked to a lady. I don't remember her name. She was really nice though. And I was like, look, we had some car troubles. Our friend had to go and trade in the car that we were using. Had to get a new one. All this other happy jazz. I'm like, is there any way that we can just have 30 more minutes in the room? And thankfully she said, yeah, that's fine. She understood. Did not have to pay a fee. Thank God, because there was no way I could because my bank is stupid. Moving on.
They gave us an extra hour, which
Yes,
is great.
they gave us an extra hour. So we had until about 12 to get out of the room. So after we called the hotel, we walked a little bit on the boardwalk to get to where we needed to go. And then Sarah and I decided to go to breakfast. Usually we will go to McDonald's on the way out, just because it's simple and quick. But we decided to do something a little bit different this time, and we went to a cafe. We went to the Sahara Cafe. And it was really good. Highly suggest it. Would go again, would you?
Yeah.
Good prices, good food. Their hash browns are to die for. And
We were already packed at that point, so we figured it wouldn't take us long to eat and then bring everything down to the lobby.
so
We ate fast.
we ate,
I ate fast anyway.
and then we went back to the hotel to get all the things together and then wait for Janessa. She showed up about 30 minutes later, close to 12 o'clock.
It was not even like 10 minutes till we had to be out again.
Yeah, so we had to bring everything downstairs. Fun fact, the vehicle she came back with was a silver van, exactly the same as the red one, just a different color.
Yeah,
So,
that was fun.
yeah. Great van, by the way, highly suggest. Don't remember what it was called.
I know.
But by the time we got out of there, it was literally 12 o'clock. And we got halfway down the road, and she remembered that she forgot her charger and her little battery pack in the room. Her first instinct was to call and say that it was room cleaning that stole it. I'm pretty sure we went with a Karen.
She also had accused us of taking it. So that's fun.
Room service did not steal it. Room cleaning did not steal it. They brought it down to the desk. She was the idiot that left it in the room. And then we had to backtrack to get it. So we didn't actually get out of Ocean City until about 12:15. And that tied in with a whole bunch of other crap. We didn't get home until close to 8:30. We missed the first beginning of the revival.
Yeah.
We came in late.
I actually can tell you what time we got.
And it
close.
sucked.
Okay. I have messages because I had to message my dad. We were close-ish by 8 o'clock. Apparently. So we made it back to Pennsylvania, I'd say just barely before 8. And that was still a little bit before we had to get from where you enter back to where we were, unload, and then somehow make it in before revival was over.
Uh-huh. It sucked.
Yay.
Oh, I didn't even talk about the incident.
Okay, let's see if you have enough time for the incident. Yeah, you're good.
Basically, I just want to say it like this. We got up, well, one night, I got up. Janessa has a habit of wandering off and not telling us where she's going. I got up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and she was gone. Didn't tell us anything. She was just gone. No idea where she went to this day. Can't say that I entirely care. I may or may not have said a couple of things.
She did.
I meant every one of them. The end.
So, yeah, that's kind of it. That's our 2021 vacation wrap-up. Yay! I don't know where your dog went, but
Me neither.
bye.